Hello, and welcome to this edition of You and the Law. On You and the Law, I discuss the issues of law in the breaking news. My name is Ekeminidim. I'm a legal practitioner, and I'm always glad to know that you're there keeping me company on this channel. In this edition of You and the Law, I'm discussing the breaking news which has gone viral in Nigeria and has even gone viral internationally. That a federal high court sitting in Lagos State, Nigeria, has nullified all marriages celebrated at the marriage registry Ikoyi. And this news item has gone viral. Like I said, it's all over social media, and some media houses have also published it that way. That the Federal High Court sitting in Lagos has nullified all marriages celebrated at the Federal Marriage Registry Ikoyi and every other Federal Marriage Registry located in other parts of the Federation of Nigeria. But is this the truth? Is this the content of the judgment of the Federal High Court? These and many more are the issues I'm addressing in this very edition of You and the Law. Now, to answer this question, it is not true that the Federal High Court has nullified marriages celebrated at the Federal High Court, at the Federal Marriage Registry, Ikoyi. That statement that is going around social media and some media houses is not correct. It doesn't reflect the decision of the Federal High Court as contained in the certified true copy of the judgment. I have obtained a copy of the certified true copy of the judgment, and you can see it here. This is the judgment of the Federal High Court, Lagos Division, and I have obtained the certified true copy of it. And my mission here is to tell you what is contained in this judgment so that you'll be able to balance what you are hearing from social media with what is in the certified true copy of this judgment. This is a case that was filed in 2018. It was filed by two plaintiffs. Number one, Etiosa Local Government Council, Lagos State, Ego Local Government Council, Edo State, Owerri Municipal Local Government Council in Imo State, and Port Harcourt City Local Government Council of Rivers State. They teamed up together and instituted this matter at the Federal High Court, Lagos Division, and they sued four persons, two original parties. The first party that was sued was the Honorable Minister of Interior, and the second party was the Attorney General of the Federation. But in the course of the hearing of the matter, a party applied to be joined, and that party that applied to be joined is the company that has the contract of the Federal Minister of Interior to be conducting and registering marriages at the Federal Marriage Registry, Ikoyi, and every other Federal Marriage Registry. Also, that company has a contract to establish marriage registries in all the states of the Federation of Nigeria, Federal Marriage Registries. It appears that this is even where the problem arose. These four local governments queried why a private company would be given the license, would be given a contract to go around their local government and then establish federal marriage registries in all those local governments. This appears to be the reason why this matter was taken to the court. And so the party here applied to be joined, and the party was rightly joined by the learned presiding judge of that very court. And what's the matter that was, what's the grounds that was really taken to the court, and what are the reliefs, that were sought? The principal relief that was sought was a declaration that the federal government, represented by the Minister of Interior, does not have the power in the 1999 Constitution and in the Marriage Act to establish federal marriage registries in local governments in Nigeria. In other words, that it is only the local government council that has the power under the Constitution and also under the provisions of the Marriage Act to register, to establish marriage registries in the local government, to celebrate marriages, to register marriages under the Act, and that the federal government does not have the power to do same in the local government areas in Nigeria. And so the parties that went to court prayed the court for prohibitory orders, injunctions, restraining the federal government from establishing these federal marriage registries in all the states of the federation, and also restraining federal government from registering marriages celebrated in all these registries within the federation. So by implication, the local government simply said that it is a usurpation of their power for the federal government to establish federal marriage registries in any local government in Nigeria, and in particular in the 4 local governments that went to court. So the matter was fully argued. Submissions were written and filed by the respective counsel. The Minister of Interior was represented in court by counsel. The Attorney General of the Federation was also represented. And then the third party, that is Anchor Dataway Solutions Limited, was also represented in court. And the judge, after listening to counsel in the matter and also reading their written representation, made some high points, made some high point remarks in the judgment. And the judge at page 9 of the judgment said, as regards registration of marriages, this is within the exclusive authority of the local government in accordance with the provisions of Section 30, Sub 1 of the Marriage Act and Section 7, Sub 5 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, and Paragraph 1 of the 4th Schedule of the same Constitution. And my Lord went on at page 12 of the judgment to say that taking further steps to Nigerian Immigration Service and foreign embassies. Now, this is the point here. The contract that was awarded to this private company also stated in the contract that the immigration services should ensure that only marriages celebrated at the federal registries are recognized for the purpose of processing of visa for persons applying to leave Nigeria as a married couple. And so this became an issue before the court. And the judge, in making a pronouncement on that, did say as follows at page 12. Taking further steps to Nigerian Immigration Service and foreign embassies in Nigeria to recognize federal marriage certificates only is a complete abuse of power, and that undermines the Constitution, the constitutional recognition of the 3 tiers of government in Nigeria. It is highly condemnable, and I so condemn it. So that was it that was held at page 12. Now, the judge went further still at page 12 to say, therefore, for clarity of purpose, any marriage registry established by the Ministry of Interior outside the former Federal Capital Territory of Lagos State and the present Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, is an exercise in futility into the marriage district, that is the local government councils, designed for such celebration of marriage. And it is contrary to the spirit, the intent, and the purpose of the Marriage Act. So basically the judge said that any marriage celebrated outside the former Federal Capital Territory of Nigeria, that is Lagos State, and celebrated outside Abuja, which is the current Federal Territory of Nigeria, is contrary to the powers. It's outside the powers of the federal government of Nigeria. In essence, the judge basically said that there are only 2 places that the federal government of Nigeria can lawfully establish marriage registries and then celebrate and register marriages. That is, in the former Federal Capital Territory of Nigeria. And the former Federal Capital Territory of Nigeria was Lagos. So the registry in Ikoyi is still valid. There's nothing wrong with it. It has not been set aside by the court. And the celebration of marriages there and the registration of marriages there has not been set aside by this judgment. Like you heard, the judge has specifically mentioned that the marriages celebrated in Lagos and in Ikoyi, which is the former Federal Capital Territory of Nigeria, and the marriage is celebrated in Abuja, in the Federal Marriage Registry in Abuja, is within the powers of the federal government, and therefore these marriages remain intact. Now, the judge went on to say that marriage is a personal matter for individuals, and queried why the first defendant, that is in this case the Ministry of Interior, by conduct and agreement, would legislate where a citizen should submit himself for marriage. Remember that the Ministry of Interior, by the contract that was signed for that private company, did say that it is only marriages celebrated at the Federal Marriage Registry that should be recognized for purpose of processing of visa for persons that want to travel outside Nigeria as married couple. And so the judge condemned that and said it's a personal thing. And so a man should decide with his woman where to celebrate marriage and shouldn't be compelled to celebrate marriage only at the Federal Marriage Registry. And the judge then went on to say, and this is very significant, which is what will clear the confusion that is currently going on. The judge answered question number 4 by saying that the Federal Ministry of Interior can issue or grant licenses as well as contract marriages through its registrars in its offices designated for such in the former Federal Capital Territory of Nigeria, in bracket Lagos, and the present Federal Capital Territory, in bracket Abuja. So that's very clear about where the judge said, and the judge made granted the reliefs and made an order of perpetual injunction restraining federal government of Nigeria from further contracting marriages outside these two places, and also made a further injunction restraining the federal government of Nigeria from further celebrating marriages outside these two places, Lagos and Abuja, and also made a declaration against the federal government from further granting or issuing certificates of marriage outside these two places, and also from further registering marriages contracted and celebrated outside except in these two places. And so at relief number 7, the judge said, relief 7 is granted to the extent that there shall be no Federal Marriage Registry in any local government council except in Ikoyi and Federal Capital Territory Marriage Registry, because these registries predate the 1999 Constitution, and therefore those ones can still be allowed to be. But the federal government doesn't have the power by this judgment to establish any Federal Marriage Registry outside of Lagos, Ikoyi in particular, and outside of the Federal Capital Territory. So you can see from what I have read from this judgment, because this is the judgment in black and white, the certified true copy of it, which I had to go all the way to the Federal High Court in Ikoyi, in Lagos State, to get a certified true copy for you on this program. And so it's clear that the judgment never said that marriages celebrated in Ikoyi and marriages celebrated in Abuja, Federal Capital Territory, have been invalidated, have been nullified. And so anybody who celebrated his marriage there or is contemplating celebrated marriage there, there's no cause for alarm. The law has not nullified those places. The law has not made the celebrations there unlawful and illegal. And so you still have the liberty to go celebrate. But there is a clear message to the federal government of Nigeria that the establishment of marriage registry and the celebration of marriage is within the exclusive power of the local government council, and therefore the federal government doesn't have the power to usurp this power, this power of the local government by establishing marriage registries across the Federation of Nigeria. I do hope the lingering confusion on this matter has been clarified by this video, and I do hope that you have learned one or two things about the issue of marriage under the Act within the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you very much for watching this channel. I do hope you continue to watch the channel, but I encourage you also to subscribe to the channel so that from time to time we can send you notifications on every new video that has been loaded to the channel. I remain your host, I remain your lawyer, I remain your friend, Ekemi. Thank you for watching and do remain blessed.